welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. Here I am with an interesting review on some of the new launches which happened by Lakme. I happened to grab all of these products from Myntra because they are launched on Myntra. By the time this video goes up, it may appear on Nykaa as well. I will leave the link accordingly in my description, so do check it out. And yes, quite affordable new face products Lakme has launched. Without any further ado and making this intro any longer, let's get started. First up, I happen to grab the Lakme The Original Collection Face It Loose Finishing Powder. This is how the product came in a very beautiful packaging. And this product is going to cost you 285 rupees and you get 15 grams of product. This is how the product would appear in a plastic packaging. You open it, you have the puff right on top and then you have the powder right here, giving you a little close up. So the loose powder is enriched with niacinamide. Now talking about the pricing, 285, 15 grams, a subtle packaging like this, I'm happy, I'm not mad at it. And a lot of basic details mentioned behind the pan, so your expiry is mentioned. So packaging, for the pricing, I will definitely give brand 10 on 10. Now talking about the finish of the powder, how did I feel about the powder and is it worth buying? Now frankly speaking, it is not a complete dry down matte powder. It definitely has a nice sheen effect to it, so it does not show visibly, but when you will apply it on a very dewy makeup, you will see that dewiness has not completely vanished away, that shine is still there. So it is not a complete dry down matte formula. Talking about the powder itself, it is finely milled powder, but I still feel there are much finely milled powder than this, but it is still so good at what pricing we are getting. So 285 kg, you're definitely getting a very nice fine powder. Now, was I happy with the powder? Now frankly speaking, when I'm using a loose powder to bake or basically to set my face, I don't want to use a second powder immediately. So this does not fixes my under eye. It definitely leads to under eye creasing in my case. So I did happen to see very quick creasing. Though I did not apply any concealer, it was just plain foundation today, like a tinted moisturizing foundation. So it did not set my under eye really well. On the face it went well, but it quickly vanished. So the staying power on this powder is not extremely high. If you're someone with dry skin, you will like this powder. But if you're someone with oily skin, will not enjoy the powder because it does not have a long lasting effect and you have to go in with multiple touch-ups. So all in all, am I happy with the purchase? Not exactly, because when I was buying this powder, I have a little expectation because after the longest time Lakme was launching something into face category. So I'm not fully satisfied. In winter's weather, I had to go for a second touch-up with another powder in like within an hour. So not made for me, at least not for my skin type, that is combination to oily, because now winters are going away and skin is tend to getting back to its original state. So yes, not something well made for oily skin. Moving on in this video, next up I went ahead and picked up a new blush by Lakme. Is a Lakme Face It blush. Now again, this blush is going to cost you 250 rupees and here you have the blush right here. I picked up the shade Natural Rose. You have 3 shades to pick from. This is how the blush would come. Very nice, subtle, small size pan. And you get 4 grams of product. So for 250, you are getting 4 grams of product and a minimalist, sturdy packaging. Definitely brand would get 10 on 10 because even the expiry is mentioned on the pan. So you will know when your blush is expiring. Now quickly talking about the formula, it is matte formula. It is blendable, it is buildable, but a lot of product goes. So if you dip in your brush once, you will not have the fullest application. You have to go a lot of time with the brush. But one thing I happen to notice that however times you go into the pan, the blush is not powdery, it is not chunky, it does not move here and there in the pan as well as on the face. So the best part is you can work out with this blush. It is not super pigmented, like you dip in your brush, you put it on your cheeks and there's a stamp of blush. No, it will not happen. So the formula gives you time to build the product and blend the product. Overall, whatever products I happen to buy in the face category, this is my number one. I felt so happy about this blush. So it is a beautiful blush. You have 3 shades. This is something which I wanted to go for natural rose, and it sits beautifully onto my skin. Again, the blush stays longer. I've tried it in the past as well. It stays only up to 5 to 6 hours. I do feel in the winter drying weather the blush tends to vanishes away after few hours, so you have to go in with touch-ups. But as the summers will approach, I think the longevity on this blush will rise up. So yes, for that I will definitely approve of this blush. You must try this one. I really like the formula, and yes, Lakme has done an amazing job with the pricing as well as the packaging and the shades they're offering. Quickly moving into this video, next up I happen to grab the Lakme Face Set Highlighter, which will cost you 299 rupees, and you get 4 grams of product and you have 3 shades to choose from. Quickly talking about the highlighter itself, let me just hold it nicely. This is how the highlighter is, and this is the lid. You can see a lot of highlighter is onto the lid and around the pan as well, and the shade I'm holding is gold. If you ask me, for 299 rupees a highlighter like this size is good enough and a good packaging. But coming down to the formula, I did not enjoy the formula. You can see it's very chunky. It's not the finest highlighter. So when you apply it onto the skin, it feels powdery. It will definitely enhance the texture of your skin if you have. So something which I would not recommend anyone to go ahead and buy. Now another one thing which I noticed with the highlighter, it's drying, and when you do your blush and you tend to apply your highlighter, it does not mingle with your blush. So it shows up separately, and that too, it looks very harsh onto the skin. So yes, for those reasons I did not enjoy the formula. So it looks shiny, but the highlighter is drying. It will definitely enhance your texture, and it's not something which you can work out with. So yes, you can pass on this product. For me, it is definitely a no. And now we are down to the last product, which I happen to grab from the Lakme Glitterati collection. Basically, there's a whole new line they happen to launch. It's not the newest launch, but I really wanted to try this product. So I happened to get the Lakme Eye Paint in the shade Bedazzled Brown, mouthful name. And this is how the product would come in a nice pot, and then you have the product right here. You get 3 grams of product. Now this is going to cost you 550 rupees, but you will easily get this product in a good discount. Check out Myntra as well. I happened to pick up this product from Myntra. Now they have close to 7 shades. I will mention everything onto my skin. Now quickly talking about the formula, I'm wearing it onto my eyes today. Now it is creamy, it is smooth, it is like the perfect paint, I would say, but it has its own shine. It's not at all chunky, it's not at all glittery, and you do not need any base for it. So you can directly dip in your fingers, your brush, and apply it all over your eyes. Take a buffing brush or a blending brush and blend the harsh edges. You are done. Now the important factors of an eye paint is, does it crease? No, it does not crease if you set it well. Set it well doesn't mean that you pick up a powder and start setting it. No, what I do basically, I have a oily lid, so any eyeshadow for that matter I wear, it may crease after some time. So this one also, I use it with my fingers, blend it with a nice brush. Now with the brush I may take my bronzing shade because that complements this shade, and I will just blend the harsh edges. So what happens basically, it just mattifies the ends as well as it blends the shadow well, and it sets it as well. But I do not apply the bronzer onto my lids and change the shade of my shadow which I'm wearing from this pot. So that's how I work it out with my product. Now frankly speaking, this by itself also does not crease, it does not bleed, and it stays on. The time when you will remove your makeup, then only it will come off, otherwise it just stays beautifully. Now the best factor about this particular product is that it is quick and easy to work with. You do not need another shadow. So this one, it was easy with the bronzer. If you pick up a champagne shade or a golden shade, you can pick up your normal face powder and blend the harsh edges. You are done. But I personally felt with this product, you do not need any product. You can just blend this product out as well. And later I just went in with the same brush जिससे मैंने blend किया था. I did my lower lash line. I did not need an extra product. So I am definitely wowed by this product. It definitely needs all the attention. You should grab this one. I will be buying 2 more shades from this range because I absolutely loved it, because it is quick and easy to work with, and it definitely looks rich. So yes, for the price, I do feel you're getting a very nice product. So there you know what you should be grabbing from the newest launch by Lakme. I happen to love a lot of these products. Yes, some products do disappoint me, and Lakme has also disappointed me a little bit, but nevertheless, check them out. If you have already used any of these products, do share your thoughts as well through your comments. If you really loved watching today's video, consider giving a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my Instagram @bronzing5. I will see you on another one. Till then, you take care and ta-da!